Wrist flexibility exercise is needed through our old age. It's the exercise that ensures that we can control hands and have the least amount of pain if a problem occurs. For example, I have arthritis and I have wrist pain. By doctors it's incurable, but it is controllable disease. To control that disease or to prevent this issue, to have your muscles flexible enough, we can do the exercise where extra flexing on the wrists is done and fluids through the wrist canal are encouraged to move. So just take 2 small dumbbells, have your hands by your sides and start flexing slowly in and out. The key here is slow motion. You might feel and hear clicking noise in your wrist while you flex. Flex for about 30 seconds to 1 minute, just to warm up your wrist slowly. You should flex it as far as you can feel light pain. If there is pain, it's okay. Light pain, no problem. Just keep it flexing. Don't overdo it. The more pain doesn't guarantee it's going to be better, but you should flex as far as light pain. Once you have done this for a minute and the wrist is warm enough, switch to the next phase of the exercise where you have both palms together and flex them inwards and hold that position for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Just have the angle of your forearm and the palm at around 90 degrees. If you can do more, that's great. So after a minute, release gently and reverse your palms and touch the top of your palms together and try to bend your forearms closer to you so you can create 90-degree angle in here by flexing your wrist towards yourself and hold that position for about a minute. You could do with one hand. If it's too painful, you could flex it. One hand, flex it the other hand gently. One hand, the other hand. It depends on your pain perception. After doing this warm-up, your wrist should be more flexible. You could gently massage around your wrist to get the fluids going. By putting some pressure on your wrist and leaning forward, we exert much higher pressure on the wrist without causing too much pain, and hold that position for about 30 seconds. By moving your wrist, you ensure that your wrist stays usable. the less you flex, the less you use your wrist, the stiffer it gets. If you don't move it, you say it's painful, I cannot do the moves. If you don't flex them with time, they will become so tight you won't be able to flex them anymore. So you'll need way more effort to get them flexing again. Okay, gently release. A gentle pain in here is fine. So just flex the wrists. And now check how flexible your wrists are again with the dumbbells. Just try flexing and see after 10 seconds if you have better flexibility and if the pain is still there. Arthritis usually causes pain in the wrist on either one or both sides, sometimes tingling in the fingers, but by doing the simple flexing exercise, you can ensure that your wrist is more flexible and more usable on your daily activities.